where do you see MGAs typically starting from? How do they start? How do they emerge? And how many do they typically employ or, use over a period of years or throughout their life cycle?
Yeah, so normally an MGA will first at least identify the first two distribution channels that they would initially want to go down. And then they have to decide which one is easiest. Where the best way to decide which one is easiest is to employ the right people who are actually in these particular distribution channels, who also actually have access to these markets and to people within these companies as well, where they have natural relationships. One of the things that we think about the most when it comes to the insurance industry is on the agency side. When you first start as an agent, the first thing they tell you to do is to write down your list of your natural market, people who you know in your community, in your neighborhood. These are your first clients and leads. They don't tell you to go buy leads right away. They tell you to start with your natural market. So you need to hire people with a strong natural market. So I think that's important. Starting there is probably your most important piece, making sure you have the right people on your team because they have to speak the language. If you are determining, hey, we're going to start out working with brokers, well, you need to have someone who has been a broker, who can speak the language, who's on your team to actually help you not only get in the door, but actually win them over by knowing and understanding what their pain points are and being able to position your product and solution as that number one value add that can actually help them solve this problem with your solution. So that's pretty much like the first that I'm always telling MGAs and MGUs to take is to make sure that you're hiring the right people with the right connections and relationships. That's going to make all the difference. And then you can kind of take it from there on. Honestly, your team is going to determine which directions you go in.